Oh, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Champions League draw for the Redmen TV and the journalist, and we've got over here to my right hand side Reuben, who's a filmmaker. If anybody saw that Guardian film on the Brighton Kop, Reuben made that, and the star of the show himself, Benny, who set up the Brighton Kop a few years ago now. We're obviously here for the Champions League draw. I've got dead nervous now that we've actually started. Here's the teams that are involved: Shakhtar, Liverpool, Manchester City, Juventus, Paris, Besiktas, Bayern, Roma, Chelsea, Madrid, United, Barca, Basel, Sevilla, Porto and Spurs. Who Liverpool can get? Well, we can get either Basel, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Shakhtar Donetsk, Porto or Real Madrid. I'll come to you first on this, Emma. Who do you want and who do you fear?
Well, obviously we don't want to get Real Madrid or Juve. I'd be happy with Porto and Basel, I think.
Yeah.
Either one of those two. I think, I said this before, all games at this stage of Champions League, it's going to be tough, isn't it? But yeah, Basel or Porto. That's my line of the day. It's my classic line of the day.
Okay, and Reuben, yourself, mate, who are you looking at in that?
The big guns. The big guns.
You want them?
We want the big. Yeah, no, we want the big European nights, don't we? You know, Real Madrid, Juventus at Anfield. Destroy them. Second leg, bang.
That's the one thing that we do get, though. We do get the second leg at home because obviously we topped our group. So that's a big, exciting thing for Liverpool. Is there anybody that you'd fear then if you want the big boys? Are you thinking Basel, Porto you don't want?
Basel probably, just because they've got such a good record against English teams, you know. Yeah, or Shakhtar because it's a bit of an unknown. So yeah, I want the big guns. Let's do it.
And what about yourself, Benny?
Well, I think it's the debate, isn't it? It's like, I guess theoretically we want what's seen as the weaker teams, but there's danger with that as well because we might get complacent. So, I mean, I would say probably Porto would be the ideal one. Definitely not Real Madrid. I'd sooner get them at a later stage. Let's get through.
I always think if you can get through to the quarter-finals of this, you can see your route to the final. I know it's only one stage back, the round of 16, but it feels like it's a potential banana skin,
Get serious as soon as the word finals comes into it.
I think also having, it's been so long, so it would be gutting to go out in the round of 16.
But if we beat them, though, think about the momentum you get from having already knocked them
First
out.
ball's coming out. These are from the runners-up pot. We've not spoken about how we're going to actually do this. So here it is.
Go on, Chabby.
First team drawn is Juventus.
Juventus, my words, let's go. So Juventus up here.
Juventus can be drawn with
Okay, Liverpool are in that pot with Manchester United, Besiktas, Paris Saint-Germain, City and Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, there's Pavel looking great. Loved him, He's not really aged, has he?
I think you should get his hair.
I used to get girls when I had his hair.
It's Chabby Alonso to draw the balls.
Come on, Chabby. Be good to us. Be good to us.
007.
Tottenham.
Oh, Tottenham. Hello.
Look at that. Cool as you like. Chabby Alonso just. Yep.
We had a shout earlier on today that Chabby Alonso should be the next James Bond. I think that's a winning shout.
Great shout.
Pavel looked a little bit disappointed. Tottenham Hotspur have done fantastically well so far, though, haven't they? They beat Dortmund.
Tops the group with Real Madrid.
And there'll be second leg at Wembley, yeah.
Basel.
Here we go.
Oh, it's got the wobbles now.
FC Basel. Get the blue tack off. Quick. You had one job, Benny, come on. Taking the blue tack off, right. Roma, Liverpool, Besiktas, PSG, Barca, City. They're the teams that they can be drawn against. Man United not in this one.
Remember Basel knocked us out last time?
Shut up.
Don't.
Dark horses, you never know.
Oh, it's nervy. Come on, Chabby. Oh. Come on, Chabby.
Manchester City.
Oh, I wanted Basel.
That's a good draw for City.
I think that's City through.
Oh, that's a good draw for them.
Liverpool down there. They'll be made up with that one, won't they?
Yeah, they will.
Oh my word. So far we got Juve, Spurs, Basel, City. I tell you what, Tottenham Hotspur will be gutted.
So we've got Madrid, Porto, Shakhtar. Right.
Yeah, they're the only teams we can get. Porto.
There we go.
Come on, Liverpool.
Okay, yeah.
Holidays in Portugal.
Yeah.
So how many teams can they be drawn against? Manchester United, Roma, Liverpool, Barcelona and PSG. I'm hoping Liverpool come out here, because that means it's Shakhtar or Madrid and I don't like those odds. No.
There was lots of discussion in the office earlier about holiday destinations as a priority for who we
Porto,
Yeah, Porto
absolutely.
would be a great place
Little bit
to
of
go.
February sun.
We all need a good holiday.
Come on, Shabby.
Porto in the spring. Come on.
Yes! Come on!
Get in
There
there.
you go. Liverpool versus Porto. Oh my days,
Yes, I'll
Porto.
take that. I'll take that.
Xavi's done the business again.
Good job.
I think I'd be scared whatever.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
No, I'm happy with
We can
that.
do that. We
I'm
can do
really
that.
happy with that.
All right, we'll finish the draw and then we'll have to react to that. So that's
Sevilla.
Sevilla. Here we go. We know what Sevilla have played like. We've played them twice. Last time was that 3-3 draw, wasn't it? So they can be drawn against Manchester United, PSG, Roma, and Besiktas.
Barcelona.
Let's get Besiktas out the way. So United have one of the others.
Yeah, Bayern or Madrid, that would be good for them.
Oh, this is
You want the big
nerve-wracking,
guns
isn't it?
together now. Get some of them knocked
Yeah,
out.
still Chelsea still in the draw as well.
United, Madrid, please.
Oh my word! Come on, Bond.
Oh,
It's
buffering.
stalled. It's buffering.
Go on,
Got
Shabby.
stream buffering.
Twitter.
Quickly. There's only Chelsea who came runners-up in their group, so everybody else gets that second leg at their place. We are struggling massively here for the stream. We're going to have to do
Reuben's on the Twitter.
UCL draw. Come on.
So who can Chelsea get? They can get Paris and Barcelona.
Real.
Oh,
PSG,
PSG, Real Madrid. That's the plum tie of the draw so far,
think-
isn't it?
Oh,
Sure is
there
it.
you go, guys. If we get through, that's
It'll be
one
the
of
other
the
way
big
round.
guns will be
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, PSG top their group, top scorers in the Champions League with 25 goals. Real Madrid coming through in second place after Tottenham top their group. Right.
Shakhtar Roma.
Shakhtar Roma.
So that's Chelsea are going to could get Barca or Bayern then.
Okay.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Shakhtar Roma.
We're just going to have to go without it because size logins have gone for BT. Shakhtar Roma, my word.
Shakhtar class who beat City last week.
So there's only 4 teams left.
Bayern, Barca, Chelsea. Well, Chelsea will get Besiktas. That'll be done if that's at all a possibility. Let's see, is that? Yeah, Chelsea can get Besiktas, Barca or Paris Saint-Germain, which who've already gone actually.
I'm refreshing.
Come on, keep refreshing. What's going on? I need to know.
Nightmare.
Still banging on about Shakhtar Roma.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Roma have done well.
Chelsea versus Barcelona.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That
nice.
is tough.
There's some nice games here. Some nice
Second
games.
leg at the new camp.
There we go. Then we'll fill
And
the
so
last
that's
one
going to
in.
be Besiktas Bayern, yeah? Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That is the entire Champions League draw. We hope, unless there's been some major issues with the balls and Besiktas or Bayern didn't come out in the last one, and they'll have to do the entire redraw, and we'll be covering it via the medium of Twitter. So there you go. Let's react to the Liverpool one first and foremost. Porto. Listen, they've not been the Porto side that they were under like Jose Mourinho of a few years ago, but they generally do just win their league at a canter every season. Emma, do you think it's a tie that could suit Liverpool?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, they were one of the teams that I wanted. I'm really happy with that draw. I just think our firepower in attack, it's just going to be too much for them. If we play the way that we can, I don't think we'll have any problems against Porto, so I'm happy with that.
Well, Porto came through a group, Benny, with Besiktas, who topped the group on 14 points, Porto on 10 points, RB Leipzig only had 7, and Monaco, who are struggling this season,
Yeah.
we know, because of the asset strip that's going on over
That's
there.
a tough group.
It's
You would
a
have thought
relatively
Leipzig
difficult-
would have probably qualified in
Exactly,
that, to
but
be honest.
Naby Keita didn't want to cause us any issues and stuff, so he's let Porto go through to face Liverpool, hasn't he? Is this a side and a fixture that you expect Liverpool to go through in?
I would have thought so, yeah. Of all of them, I think that was probably one of the teams we wanted. I think the second leg being at Anfield as well will play into that, because whatever happens, unless we get really tonked over there, then they're going to fear coming to Anfield with the strike force we've got. So, yeah, I feel fairly confident with that one.
And Reuben, final question on the Porto stuff then, really. You obviously wanted a bigger side. How do you think Klopp will fare in these European ties? We've seen over the last sort of few weeks and stuff that and over his entire tenure at Liverpool, that He's not what you would say, the way you would say Mourinho is a very European style manager. How do you think he's going to fare over these two-legged fixtures, and what type of sides can you see? Do you think we'll go out there with the aim of getting a draw in the first leg, like a Rafa Benitez used to do, or you think he'll go and try and kick their asses straight away?
I think he's not like that, is he? I mean, we saw from the game away in Seville, like he goes for it, and sometimes it can be to our detriment. But I think, yeah, we should be positive. I think this is a good draw, and we can beat Porto. We can beat Porto.
And second leg at Anfield, I'd hazard the guess that Liverpool can do anybody at Anfield on those European nights. We've seen over the years, the last big one really was obviously Villarreal in the semi-final of the Europa League a couple of years ago. Before that it was Dortmund, wasn't it? We were unbelievable. The atmosphere was the best atmosphere I've ever been in for that Dortmund game. I wasn't there in the Champions League run in 2005, but that atmosphere for me, if we can replicate anything like that, and if something's on the line in those second legs, nobody will want to come to
That's
Anfield.
almost like the danger is if we won away, and then people might come into the second leg maybe thinking, okay, well, you know, it's a bit of a formality. Like, if anything, you want the second leg to have something to fight for, you know?
I think that's true. I mean, I think, you know, a 0-0 would be, you know, we'd accept that, but is Klopp going to do that? It doesn't seem to be his style. I can't imagine him going out to play for a draw, so, but yeah, it would be good.
They're going to be relishing it. It's, you know, a night at Anfield under the lights, it's always so special, right?
This is what these teams are here for. And listen, can we put to bed the Phil Coutinho moving in January rumours now? He's got no European football to go and play anywhere else. He almost may as well stay with Liverpool and see where we go.
Play Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in January. Will he want to break up a season where he's, you know, performing well and the team are doing well? You just don't know, but it's inevitable that he's going to go at some point, isn't it? So hopefully we can keep hold of him in January, you know, just to avoid some kind of disruption to the team, and then.
That's it. I mean, if he goes to Barcelona or PSG, he's not getting European football, is he?
No.
So what's the point in him moving now? It's a World Cup. Yeah, you want to play on the biggest stage. Liverpool are into the last 16, and he can't play for any of these sides in the Champions League. He can sit on their bench, or he can come and fight for what he's worked hard for over the last few years.
I mean, I think he might even, you know, look at that door. Say, had we got Barca or one of the bigger sides, you know, that you never know. That might even factor in. If he looked at that, you might think, well, we're probably going to get a quarter-final, and then, you know, he's the kind of player on that stage, he could make the difference. So he can leave a hero, because I think he'll go in the summer.
Yeah.
But why go in January if he can sort of cement his place in Liverpool's history?
We win the Champions League. You know, it'll be the same as when we won in 2005. They were all going to Gerrard like, "Oh, you're going to stay? You're going to stay?" He's like, "Yeah, I've changed my mind. I'm staying." You know, we could do the same with Coutinho.
It's true.
Win the Champions League, keep him. Naby Keita as well.
Oh man,
come
that
on.
midfield would be sensational.
Now we're talking.
That's it. That's what we want to talk about. But before we head off, then let's react around this a little bit more. Plum tie, probably Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain. I think for everybody.
Definitely.
That.
I think Spurs, Juventus as well. That's another big game.
And Chelsea, Barca. I mean, there's 3 big ties in that.
Yeah. I mean, you'd fancy Barca still to beat Chelsea, I think.
Yeah.
But I think Spurs and Juve, I struggle to call a winner.
Okay, let's call winners for each of the ties, and let's see where we get to. Juve, Spurs.
I'm going to go Juve.
Spurs.
I'm going Juve.
Simply for the fact that Spurs, White Hart Lane, second leg.
Wembley.
I'm going.
Wembley, second leg.
Yeah, I'm going Juve.
Juve. City.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Come on, Liverpool. United.
Sevilla. Sevilla, come on.
Sevilla. I mean, listen, it's what we want is Sevilla. But what I expect is Manchester United.
Yeah.
A 0-0 away from home and a stiggy 1-0 to Manchester United. That's the way that they'll do it. Paris, Madrid's a hard one.
PSG for me.
Really?
Yeah, I just think Madrid have looked really below par this season. PSG and City, I think, are the two. I'd put my money on those two to win the Champions League. So PSG, I think.
That's a really difficult one to call. I mean, I'd probably prefer PSG, really. I think Madrid just have dominated it for so long now. I'd like to see Paris win it. Not the overall competition, we're winning that, but this time.
Okay, yourself?
I think Madrid I'm going to go for.
I'm going to go Paris, so I think that's 3 of us have gone for Paris, so Paris go through. Roma, Shakhtar. I don't know, you know, I don't really watch enough of Roma, and I've never heard of it.
I think Shakhtar are the dark horses in this, you know, so I think they could still win.
The final's in Ukraine as well, right? So we've got something to fight for.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go Shakhtar. The upset of the round, Shakhtar.
Why not?
Barcelona versus Chelsea, Barcelona, and Bayern to smash Besiktas off the park as well. There you go, that's been our Champions League reaction show. We're going to go off and film the final word for Everton now for the redmentv.com, and we'll also be bringing out the YouTube, the Uncensored Match build-up show on YouTube later on today. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. Subscribe to the Redmen TV on YouTube. Click that notification bell so you know when we go live, when we put a video out. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Redmen TV.